CFPA has sweeping powers to ban products that consumers may want to finance their businesses, to buy their homes, to put food on the table, to help buy the medicines that they need to make their families healthy. And now we have one more opportunity for this CFPA to ban consumer products. And apparently the test is that it appears to have caused a substantial number of bankruptcies and foreclosures. Well, if we look at the foreclosure data, we now see that the bubble has come into 30-year fixed. What many of us have viewed as the plain vanilla product line in mortgages. So could it be that a 30-year fixed may now appear to have caused a substantial number of bankruptcies and foreclosures? I mean, what mortgage product is going to be left on the market for people to buy their homes if we use this standard? Now, again, I hear the refrain from my friends on the other side of the aisle, but, you know, very wise and very prudent and very diligent people will somehow end up, I say people, one individual will be appointed the czar of the CFPA, and they will somehow rule us with great wisdom and enlightenment. But my friends on the other side of the aisle certainly have a lot more faith and confidence in this office and this mystery individual who's yet to be appointed to head it up than I have. And then when we also have to look into what do we mean exactly by causation? Now, we need to remind ourselves that even today, 94% of America either owns their home outright, they rent, or they're current on their mortgage. So let's talk about the 6% that may be having foreclosure problems. Now, some have very legitimate reasons that are tragic: divorce, disease, disability, unemployment. Again, unfortunately, since the president has taken office, we've had 3.4 million of our countrymen lose their jobs, the highest unemployment rate in a quarter of the century. Some were taken in by fraud. Yes, there was predatory lending, just like there was predatory borrowing in the economy. But let's also remember that there were a number of individuals who decided to take calculated risk, who bought investments and chose to live in them. There are people who did equity stripping so they could go out and buy a brand new recreational vehicle and a trip to Vegas while their neighbor had to work overtime just to meet the mortgage payment. And so again, are we going to start banning all these products simply because they may be associated with bankruptcies and foreclosures? Again, at what point do you just outlaw freedom? And part of freedom is for people to have the freedom to make a mistake. And the best regulation of risk is a competitive market, and people not having Congress use taxpayer money to bail these people out. That's the way, if you really want to reduce risk as opposed to product ban and find one more way to assault consumer rights. And so I would urge a rejection of this amendment. I yield back to balance my time.
The gentleman from Missouri.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I move to strike the